I think I've got quite an extreme example, perhaps in the modern day, of a couple where I am the stay-at-home mum and my husband is bringing in all the money, pretty much, but he's also working shifts. So one of the things that attracted me to my husband, or I don't know, one of the qualities that I admired was that I knew that he'd been a good father in the past. However, what I didn't realise until I had my first child was that actually, when his son was born, he wasn't around very much. He was working all the time. So where I thought that I would have the benefit of his wisdom to help me raising the child, not only had he not really been there in the beginning to have that wisdom, I also found myself very much more on my own than I thought I would. There was a lot less teamwork than I thought there would be in our relationship. I also think that men don't necessarily understand what motherhood is like and how much is going on in our minds at the time when we're trying to juggle children, the home, ourselves, having a shower. And there has to be good enough communication in your relationship to ask for help. Or certainly that's what I've discovered from my own relationship. For it to work, really, and to not feel an awful lot of resentment. My advice for young fathers, in fact, my brother's just had his first daughter, although I haven't given him any advice yet. But my advice would be to be as involved as possible, to be as involved as you can, because the time passes quickly and your partner will very much appreciate it. And also to just be very aware that things are going to be challenging for a while. My husband always says, once the baby comes along, be aware that you're not first priority anymore. Your priority very much moves down the list. And just to try and work together as a team and know that when you get home from work, if it's in that traditional setup, that your partner hasn't been sitting at home all day doing nothing and is probably very tired and all touched out because she's been covered by children or a child all day long and baby sick and goodness knows what else. So it's about having an appreciation of that and talking and asking how you might be able to help.